October with the commencement of the new school year. The Basic Education Board, that's Abia State Basic Education Board, ASUBEB, conducted a kind of study, and they collected figures from schools around the state and from education secretaries in the local governments, and found out that there was over 100% increase in the enrollment figures in the state across the schools in the 17 local government areas. This is a very welcome development. It's a positive problem, so to speak. That's what His Excellency will say. Positive in the sense, yes, the figures are quite impressive, they are growing, but that's going to put more pressure on the state. More resources will have to be dispensed to cater for this growing number of students. But it's a welcome development that people are taking to the free education program of the state government. Of course, the high premium that His Excellency places on education. Without education, you are nowhere. And the best form of empowerment you can give anybody is education. And then with education, they can be anything they want to be. So,
definitely.
Yeah, so that's the reason where the governor is placing so much premium and focus on education. And when these figures came in, it was welcome news. Yeah, so it's going to be a regular thing from time to time, maybe every quarter or so. They will check and find out what's happening, but particularly at the beginning of a new school year. That's the way to go.
Okay.
But of course, let me add to.
Okay.
Or did you want to ask a follow-up
question?
No,
go ahead.
Of course, we know the reasons that these things are happening. The issue of school fees is only a part of the reforms that are going on currently in the education sector. There are so many other things that this government is doing that is, boosting school figures and enhancing the sector. And they are, one, the increasing number of teachers recruitment. Of course, we are aware that recently 5,394 new teachers were recruited and onboarded in the school system across the state. And the second phase of that recruitment is on. About 4,000 fresh teachers are going to be employed and spread across the state. This is to ensure that we have people, subject matter areas in every other subject area in the schools. School or students will be teachers. Teachers are being paid very regularly in the state. Teachers in hard to reach areas are getting some compensation for all the trouble. The retirement age for teachers have been increased from 60 to 65 years. The teachers are being trained and retrained. So teachers in Abia State have never had it so good, and that is the reason our educational system has come alive again. And of course, it's the results that our pupils are posting from our exams is an indication of what actually is happening in the educational sector. So the outcomes are very positive, very encouraging. During the last NECO, Abia took the first position in the country. And it's so in so many other external exams that our students sit for. So generally speaking, quite a lot has happened in the educational sector. This is only the beginning.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Honorable Commissioner, you just talked about the second phase of the recruitment of teachers. When is this likely to commence, and what exactly is the targets of the state government?
Yeah, that exercise, I believe, is on now. I guess they were put out the portal out there.
Okay.
Now there was an initial fake portal.
Yes.
The real one will still come from the Commissioner for Basic Education.
Okay.
But having said that, this second phase is about, like I did say, employing teachers in particular subject areas.
Your area of specialization, right?
Yeah, areas, there are certain subjects that lack teachers.
Okay.
And due to the needs assessment that they've carried out in the Basic Education Ministry, they found out these subjects. And they want to employ teachers massively in these subject areas. So some of them could include such subjects like chemistry,
Okay.
maybe physics, right? And the STEM subjects, science, technology, and other engineering, mathematics subjects. So the idea is to get some of these people who are graduates. Some of them have single degrees in these areas. They're experts, but they were not trained, right, originally as teachers. So apparently that's the reason some of them could not make it in the first recruitment exercise. But that one was very specific about your teaching background and experience. But this time around, they want people who know the subject, that are not teachers. So what the government will do this time around is employ them and get them pass through a training exercise for like 2 to 3 months to prepare them, to teach. So they go out there in schools and, give out knowledge to our students, our pupils, as it were. So it's not like the first one where your teaching experience, was key. Yeah, but this time around, the main fact that you're just an expert in a particular area, if it's one of those areas of need, you'll be employed. So you'll be given the chance to undergo some training so that when you go to school, you know how to manage your students. It's not enough to just go to school to teach. There's still a lot to learn about how to manage students, how to manage classes, and all that. The psychology involved in it, the guidance and counseling part of it.
Some people call it a calling.
So yes, it's not easy. It's not an easy thing. So all these things, they will undergo this training, but within a short period, and they'll now go to the school. So that's a strategic move by the state government to boost the number of teaching staff across the state.
It's all right, Honorable Commissioner. In another dimension from yesterday's school briefing, we gathered that issues relating to promotion, leave allowances, and salary harmonization in the civil service are being handled holistically and will soon be resolved. This has been on for some time. So what does it entail since they said it's being handled holistically?
Your question is not well structured.
Okay.
But let me make some correction there. I didn't at the ESCO press briefing announce anything about salary.
Sorry, it's actually from the special advisor of the governor of media and publicity.
It was a response.
Okay, to your question.
A question. What I did mention to them was that the contributory pension scheme will soon be launched by the governor. I know this contributory pension scheme is an important aspect of the welfare package for workers. So sometime in this November, the governor will launch it. And I did say that when this is done, the issue of going pensions and all that will be a thing of the past. But it will now be contributory. Government will be contributing to the post, and something will be taken from your salary to put in that post to prepare you for life after retirement. That is what it should be. That's the way it is done in other parts of the world. Before now, it was not there. So it's going to be a big event later this month that speaks to what His Excellency, the reforms that are being carried out in the civil service. But so when this was mentioned, there were questions.
Okay.
And people started asking questions where they have interest.
And the issue of promotion,
so we told them that the issue of promotion is on. No promotions were done here since 2021.
It's on. Even now, the promotions are ongoing.
Fine, that's what I'm saying. So before now, there was no promotion. But this government came, carried out verification, stabilized the civil service, and now went ahead to promote those who deserve a promotion. What we had in the past for what they called command promotion and all that. So this government doesn't recognize all those kind of, absurd promotions in the civil service. So now the real promotions are on, and all those who deserve it across board will get it. Our workers are happy, no doubt about that. However, in responding to that question, the issue of
Salary harmonization.
yes, came and all that. And we said, whatever it is, we always come to school tax. So that question was so I believe have to respond to that. And the issue of gratuity as well. And we did mention to them that gratuity has been have been sticking out like a sore thumb. But the governor has come up with a solution. If the governor was able to pay the outstanding pension arrears of so many years that ran into billions, there's no reason why that of gratuity will not be paid. So what the governor did was to set up a special committee to look into the issue of gratuities. And that committee, if you listen to the governor's last media chat, somebody asked a question in that along that line, and he did respond. So once that committee is done, once they are done with their assignment, they will submit the report, and Cisco will consider it, and from whatever they recommend, then there'll be some kind of implementation. If the governor didn't want to pay gratuities, there's no way he would have set up the committee, right? So I believe that 70% of the job in that direction, or 80% has been done. So for those who deserve gratuity, my message to them is very simple: keep hope alive. Very soon, once that committee is done with what they're doing, those who deserve to get their gratuity will definitely get their gratuity. This government is doing so much in terms of welfare for workers. So the issue of gratuity is not enough to obliterate all the government is doing. Of course, we are aware, Francis, that the government has gone very far with the reforms in the civil service. Government is paying workers very regularly. Government is paying our retired daddies and mummies, and the pensioners are paying them regular monthly pensions, right? And the workers are getting their trainings, workers are being trained, workers are being put through training through digital e-governance program that the government is running, so that at the end of the day we'll have a paperless civil service. So trainings are being conducted for workers free of charge, and others are going for standard trainings. These things were not there before we came. For over 60 years, our workers confessed that they were not going on trainings. I believe you guys here can confirm that. Nkechi, am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Correct, Commissioner. But the issue of harmonization still stands.
So the government is doing so much, and one particular item cannot obliterate all that.
Yes,
so let those who deserve gratuity, let them keep hope alive. They will be paid. The issue of harmonization, the message has been taken back to the Commissioner for Finance and the AG, that the people who work on it and advise the governor against inappropriate actions will be taken. Like I did mention to them there, I said when they hear some of this, they don't need to wait for my weekly press briefing to bring them up. Do you understand? If you see this kind of thing, go ahead, call me or call any of us in the media team. We take the message feedback from the public and all that, just like we do here. When on this program, people call in and they mention issues that we attend to. So I mentioned to them that if they have issues, they don't need to wait for my weekly briefing to avail me of such issues, so that we can take them back to the appropriate quarters for attention. necessary action. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so in another development, the newly completed Umenge Court Complex in Isialango South local government area will be commissioned on Wednesday this week, that is tomorrow. Can you shed more light on this?
Well, we are aware that this government is about redefining governance in all areas and carrying out reforms that we bring Abia State back on its feet and to a new pedestal. So His Excellency in his wisdom decided to construct court houses across 17 local governments. And what that speaks to is that there needs to be more access to justice. There needs to be quicker dispensation of justice in our state. Imagine, for instance, somebody in Okwa East or Okwa West. If you have one little case that should be attended to, you travel all the way to Aba. Okay? Or you have a case in Umuahia from Arochukwu. Imagine when the roads were in terrible
Condition.
yes, condition, and they'll have to come all the way to Umuahia and all that. So the government, the state government in his wisdom said, no, this will not continue, except special cases that will have to, come to the High Court, right? Let's provide courthouses in the local government. So Umwene ultra-modern court building speaks to that vision of the governor, exactly. So it's a state-of-the-art ultra-modern court building, and it presents the rest of the 16 court houses that are in different stages of completion. So as this one is commissioned tomorrow, others will follow. But the important thing is that people will now have easy access to justice. As these courts are provided, the governor will match them up with personnel. So it means that judges and other appropriate legal personnel will be posted to such courts. Yes, and once they are there, and this idea of slow and steady dispensation of justice will be a thing of the past. And as this is happening, the governor is digitalizing, helping the judiciary to digitalize the judiciary. So they won't be taking long nose, long hand and so on. They will now have digital, facilities and equipment to take, their processes down, and all this will enhance the speed with which justice is dispensed in our state. So it's all looking good for our people in almost every other area of life. Justice, of course, is a major pillar of democracy. So when people talk about democracy dividends, a lot of people think about their tummy, bread and butter. Yeah, there are so much infrastructure. There are some other things that are very, very important in life, and one of them is justice, fairness, equity. Anywhere you deny people, access to justice, you've killed them. So you need to protect the rights of your people for them to say, yes, we are part and parcel of society, no matter the amount of success you are recording. So it's an important aspect, and that's why the governor has made this move.
It's a good one. Can easily take people to court these days.
Yeah,
Yes, everybody
and
should
they
be
get
careful.
quick justice and get away.
Yes, it's all right. Also, yesterday, Honorable Commissioner, the ESCO did one motorist against flouting traffic regulations as the state government launches its statewide road safety campaign tagged the road safety is a shared responsibility. This is good, coming on the heels of the approaching Ember months, or rather December. You know how it is with Christmas here, the rush and everything.
So what do you want me to talk about that?
Yeah, I wanted to highlight on it.
Okay. If you look at our towns, particularly Umuahia and even Aba, our people by the day or by the minute, by the hour, they breach traffic rules. A lot of people in Umuahia don't obey traffic rules. And when you take a cursory look at some of the accidents on our highways, you find out that they happen as a result of carelessness of drivers. In the cities, a lot of people cause a lot of accidents. There's a particular, the junction, the FMC junction. We now have traffic lights.
Yes.
Around the Akbara Avenue have. And some other parts of town, they will still install some more. People beat them.
Yeah.
When you drive,
I witnessed one yesterday.
Fine. People beat them, and we are saying is very, very wrong. Because in the course of doing that, somebody who is on the right path, who has a right of way, you can bump into him when he's exercising his right of way. So we are saying that has to stop. If the state governor, the chief executive officer of this state, obeys traffic rules, the governor's convoy does not beat traffic lights. I hope you know that.
I know.
His convoy does not beat traffic lights. So if the governor, in all his power, with his convoy, will obey traffic rules, traffic light, who are you not to do the same? So a lot of our people are lawless. But we're saying, don't bring your lawlessness to the road. You can maintain your lawlessness in your bedrooms, but not to bring it to the public to affect, make others uncomfortable. So that is one aspect of it. The other aspect is the idea of driving one way. A lot of people drive against traffic, and it's so prevalent on this BCA road, BCA Secretariat Road. They're always driving against traffic, sometimes very dangerously.
Yeah.
And it's not good. So government is saying that this needs to stop. There's going to be an increase in traffic as the Christmas wears on. There's going to be there will be a lot of cars in the town. Okay, so chances of people bumping into each other will increase. Government is now saying before that places, let people imbibe the spirit of driving, carefully on the roads. Like you said, the team of the campaign jointly embarked upon by the Ministry of Transport and the Road Safety, Federal Road Safety Corps says road safety is shared responsibility, right?
Yes.
But the more important aspect of that payoff is drive to arrive. You don't drive to stop where on the way. You must drive to arrive.
Drive home.
For you to arrive, to drive to arrive means you need to be careful. Fine. So that's that aspect of that team that our people must, take in. You must be and taking substances that affect, mental state and stability. See them drinking sachets of hot drinks. They call it washing of face. They wash their face. So the campaign will entail, these people moving around to arrest some of these people, and there will be an increase in the enforcement of this one-way traffic rules. We are going to use technology to drive part of this enforcement. It will be a combination of technology and physical enforcement. When we see you driving against traffic, we may not talk to you. We just take your number and the time this happened and feed it into some dashboard. What happens to you thereafter is your business, because eventually these people will catch you. They will catch up with you with their offense. So we are calling on our people to obey traffic rules. If you support the government, if you're happy with what is happening, then you have to be supportive of everything good that will make our society look better, so that when people come to our state, they'll say, yes, there be our people who obey simple traffic rules. Thank you.
I think it's time to open the line so that our listener can call in.
Oh, sure, you can get back to us by dialing this number 0814-299-1448. Remember, you just have a minute to make your submission because a whole lot of people will be waiting. 0814-299-1448. It is Executive Brief on Radio 88.1 FM. Okay, we have a call already. Hello, good morning. Your voice is low. Please, can you speak up a bit?
Good morning. Who am I speaking with? Peter Ekezie. Eh? From where, sir? Where is Peter Ekezie calling from? Please, where are you calling from? Eh?
Your voice is low, Peter.
Because your voice is very, very low. We can barely hear you. 4299-1448. Hello? Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Honorable Commissioner, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm touching a block. Only model change don't be no more. Honorable Commissioner, I make a lady can do governor, Dihina. Maporo talk and Yamu Mudik. See, I'm some make a Gozia, take a Mudia, Natalaga. August, Ruba 2007, they probably get a lager. After me, at the land, the Malana people.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you, Chenela.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Who is calling, please?
You say who?
Good morning, sir.
Chedu. Okay, Chidi from Isalangwa South. Okay, good morning. Hello, are you hearing? What's happening about the volume?
So it's network problem.
Chidi, can you speak up a bit? Oh, like network is already playing out.
Too many people are just calling in at the center. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Okay.
I'm Fidelis, calling from Umaya.
Says what?
Fidelis.
Calling from
Commissioner.
Good morning, Fidelis.
Hello.
Good morning,
Good
Fidelis.
morning, my commissioner. I'm happy for what you have just narrated about the progress of the state. And God will
Is that about what?
The progress of the state.
Our
Okay.
governor,
Thank you.
my Lord, the best of the state. Not especially where the cars are, and also on the pensioners. Then my little question is this: there are some people in Africa that may own about 7 months arrears of my salary, and most of them have been and no more in the service due to the reshufflement our new system made. Most of them are directors. Those that are still working in the system have received part of their money. They have received their salary, and they did not pay those people that have been gone out of the system. I'm praying that the government should look into it so that they will equally receive the ones they have already paid, which is their salary. It was owed to them during that period. They have been running around to see if the government can help and pay them back the money. They have gone to Alphabet Chairman, the present Alphabet Chairman, to complain and not enough. Nothing has been done. But they have collected their own salary and your salary for doing these people that were thrown out of the system. So I think that you look into it so that those people that are no more working, maybe due to this reshufflement, they were thrown out. That their own salary, actual salary, which has been paid to those that are working in the system now, should equally be paid to them. I beg of you.
Thank you, Mr. Fidelis. I believe your question is a bit windy. It's very windy. What I would suggest is this: if you can put your complaints either in form of a text or a small letter, send it to my office. I'm aware that some issue like this have been handled not too long ago. So let me be sure which one. You know, sometimes you get some of these complaints, you begin to ask the people, where have they been all this? Why didn't they bring up this? Some will say they did it this way. Some will say they didn't know what to do. I will encourage you to escalate your questions to my office. Then from there, I will know the particular, officer who is handling this and the extent to which they've gone. But what is the message you must take away is that nobody who is deserved to be paid any wages or arrears, and which the person has rightly earned, will be denied that right. That's the reason a lot of people, as time goes on, after one problem or the other, the governor will order that they be paid. So I will encourage you, Mr. Fidelis, to come up with more information directly to me. So we'll look into this matter. Thank you.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Who is calling, please?
I'm fine. My name is Honorable Obasi. I come from Aro Charansulu.
From Unsulu.
Okay. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Honorable Obasi.
I'm fine. First of all, I want
Sorry, your own is Langwa. Is it north or south?
On the way you are handling explaining to us the ongoings in the government, what our governor is doing, and the achievements and the realizations that are taking place in the states. There's no case taking the fact that Abia has not had it this good over the years. So it's a blessing and a thing of joy. So, but please, I want to bring there's a challenge we have in our community. Years back, we lost our transformer. It was vandalized, electricity transformer in Aruachara. And it has not been easy for us to replace it. So, but we want to see if there's any way you can assist us and give us a guide on how we can. Last time, we understand the governor made some, distribution of transformers to some communities. So we're in their need of one, sir. Those 200 kV transformer. I don't feel I should bring it to your notice, sir.
Mr. Obasi, thank you, Honorable Obasi. You are Issa Langwa, not a South.
If I may add one more thing, sir, I'm not only.
So one question, others are waiting.
My community is in their need of a health care center. We don't have one, and our people.
I'm asking you a question. You are not answering. You are just talking. Where is your community? Is it Issa Langwa, not or South?
Hello, sir.
So there should be Issa Langwa, not.
Yes. Which one is your Issa Langwa, north or south?
So, Issa Langwa, north, sir.
Fine. Are you Aruachara? Is it a one? Is it a one? Is it a one? Aruachara. And you say you don't have a primary health center?
Yes, sir.
I don't believe you. I don't believe it. 184 wards in this state have all the 184 wards have primary health center. In my own ward, in my community, we have 4. This state boasts of 948 primary health centers. So I'll be surprised to hear. I'm very surprised to hear yours. That's why I'm asking whether it's a word that you don't have. It's very unlikely. You may need to go and search very well. What you may say is that the renovations and retrofitting we are doing maybe has not gotten to your community. But if that is the case, please let me know. I'll know how to talk to the people in the health ministry to include yours. But I don't want to believe you don't have any. It's not possible. Not in Abia State. My own community in Opa East, my own ward, equal reward, have 4. And you saw so many other. That's the reason we have 948 in the state. So please go and check very well, and you can come with your request to my office. If indeed there's none, then we'll know what to do. Please. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right.
It's all right, Honorable Commissioner. I just want to ask a question before we round up. Lately, the opposition has been making a lot of very disturbing publications against the governor and the state, despite his wonderful and widely acclaimed achievements. What was your reaction to this?
Well, my reaction, if I had my way, would be to totally ignore them. Because like they say, empty barrels make a lot of noise. But then sometimes the noise could be disturbing because they're empty. So I'm happy you said quite disturbing and widely acclaimed. Not because I'm part of this government, but it's there for all to see the visible achievements of this government. And these guys keep, crying, writing all kinds of things. It's their right to criticize. It's their right as opposition to keep the government on its toes. But it's not their right to peddle lies. It's not within their rights to peddle falsehood. It's not within their rights to engage in acts capable of inciting the people against the government. And this governor, His Excellency, has said it severally, time without numbers, that he's not averse to criticism. Criticize him. He says that he's not infallible as an individual, and the government he runs is not infallible. So we could make mistakes. There are things we may not get 100%. If you tell us those things, we'll go back and correct them. If there's need for us to apologize to people for an action we took that is not in sync with what it's supposed to be, right, the correct practice, then we'll come before the people and say we are sorry for this and give reasons, but not for people to engage in divisive propaganda, in acts that are totally inimical to the progress of the state. But what this government is saying, well, this government is resolved, and very strongly so, to face up to any set of people that don't want to keep within the rules. So that's the reason sometimes when they talk, we don't even bother to talk to them because it's well within their rights. But we know too that a lot of Abians are smarter now. If you go to the Facebook pages of our so-called opposition and the platforms they use, right? You will see that Abians who are not in government, the people who are enjoying the dividends of democracy in this state today, are the people who will even stand up for the governor and for the state to face up to these people. And it's a pointer to what will happen when the time comes. So feel free. Let them feel free and exercise their rights. But what we are saying, stop peddling unnecessary falsehood. Don't engage in any acts that will incite the people. If you do that, there are relevant laws to deal with such situations. I will not relent to apply, make sure that such laws are applied. So, on a final note, like I said, facts are sacred, but opinions are free. So let them keep offering their opinions. But if you must talk about facts, let them be facts. Like the the falsehood they've been talking, spreading that this government receives that 8 billion every month. We've the governor has spoken about it. I have spoken. My colleagues in the media team have spoken that this government does not receive that 8 billion every month. Sometimes it's 14, sometimes 15. Okay? So the highest combined that this government has received in a single month is not more than 26 billion at some point. But these things vary. They vary from time to time. But you see them, even with the corrections, you see them still talking about 8 billion. Sometimes they say, 54 billion was spent on school, shows the school. Suddenly you see 72 billion. So you can see there is a headless opposition. That is just, peddling, falsehood and incorrect numbers about. So sometimes it's funny. We read these things, we laugh. We imagine who and who are behind this and the kind of stuff that that goes on in their heads or minds. So, like they say, you don't beat a child and not expect the child to cry. What these guys are doing, they're expressing their heart that today they are not in government. Okay, so my advice, let them do the right thing so that Abians will even look their way and see whether they are qualified to come back. Not after 24 years of low cost, in this state that saw our state, regress in so many ways. So, like I did say, a lot of things they say, it's not even those of us, the government, that respond. Abians are responding because they know they are telling lies. They know they are misleading the people. So sometimes it's funny. They're shooting themselves in the leg. Right, Francis?
Yes, sir.
That's my last line on that. They're shooting themselves in the leg, peddling those falsehoods, writing the things they write. Once they do them, go and do the analytics. You see that out of 30 comments, 28 are against the very person that posted it. And these are Abians. And some of them are not even Abians. They're people who believe in the state. Yeah, so let them keep exercising their rights in the right way. We will not be intimidated by the opposition. If you find you doing the wrong thing, we apply the big sticks. Thank you.
It's all right. I think, NK, on that note, we'll be right off today's program.
Sure.
Yes, it's been wonderful having you on the program, Honorable Commissioner. Still expecting you next Tuesday.
Thank you.
All right, from my colleague, Kichimoko.
Thank you so much, Prince and Honorable Commissioner.
Sorry, let me.
Thank you.
Okay.
Have you signed off?
No.
Okay, let me use this opportunity to invite Abians to this thing that is happening tomorrow. The
commissioning.
Yeah, the commissioning of Umuene ultra-modern court building, holding in what is it called? In Omoba. In Isialangwa
South.
Yes, Isialangwa South constituency. So the event kicks off at 12 noon, 12 for 1. People are expected to be seated because there's another event that will hold that day in Aba. His Excellency will flag off the Abia State Dock Infrastructure Project, a landmark initiative designed to provide modern and integrated underground dock system, digitally connected and efficient broadband deployment, and for sustainable digital development of the state. So that will be launched in Aba early tomorrow. Then later by the all roads will lead to Umuene for the commissioning of the ultra-modern court building. So all Abians are invited. Thank you very much.
It's all right, dear listener. On behalf of our partner stations, Flow FM Omaha, Real Aba, and of course, Family Love FM Omaha 2, we're saying keep it with us same time next week. It's with me, Francis Mbani. Bye for now.